Living 757. How are you guys? I miss you.
Doing fine.
It's so nice to have you back.
Getting the giggles right in. Like, this is something that viewers really never see. We always have this little last giggle right before we start a show.
Yeah.
But good to have you back, homegirl.
Yes, it's good to be back. I
where
had an
were you?
amazing time.
Where were you?
I had like a little mini vacations. I went to Cancun for the weekend.
Again?
Again. Don't say again, Quincy.
Another vacation. I mean, at least when I go on
Another
vacation, I'm
vacations.
working.
Working hard or hardly working.
No,
Same
They're very
you're
different.
not working because when you are in the cruise, you're having fun.
I'm still working. Okay, but it's good. So
You're
Yeah.
working
did
those
you do
terrible
anything
water
crazy?
shoes.
Well, I went to an amazing places. Like I visited different places that I'd never been before. I went to the cenotes also. It was great. But you know that I'm afraid to be on the water because I don't know how to swim. So I have to see it from the outside. But the food, the weather, the vibes, it was very, very nice. I really have a good time. Cancun is, oh my gosh, the
Good.
best place to go for vacations.
And
for
Q,
the weekend.
you had something to celebrate while she was gone too.
Yes,
Yeah.
I missed your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, get your hand off me.
Happy birthday, dinosaur!
No, you know what? That was a great, it was a great week. Jessica, one of our crew members, she bought me a personalized cake. We always surprise people with cakes, and she actually made me a cake. So shout out to Jessica. We
homemade
certainly do
cake?
appreciate
Wait a
you.
minute.
Yeah, it was a
That
great
never
tasting
happens
cake.
before
Oh
on
yeah,
the
she
show.
made me a cake. I'm
Oh, yeah.
very special. And then
But then he offended her because she walked out with it and he goes, "Is that pasta salad?"
it looked like pasta salad at first from my distance, but it tasted phenomenal. And of course, I just had a regular old birthday celebration. I ate some ginger snaps.
Can I ask?
And
Emphasis on the old.
Can I ask how many years?
yeah, I don't care. 46, proud.
Woo,
Proud.
bravo.
Look at
46.
the skin. Yeah.
And you look great.
Well,
still
I
looking
appreciate it. I feel not so great, okay? Like my age is different than what my body feel, but it was so cool. It was so fun. So just
That
glad
is
to
cool.
glad to be alive for another
A
year.
quick note for Jessica. My birthday is coming October 22nd.
Yeah, bring up pasta salad for real, Jessica.
Hey, I won't
We'll
complain.
make
You
it.
know me, I love carbs. But speaking of things to celebrate, Labor Day is also coming up. And with Labor Day, there are so many different things going on in the 757. Did you guys know that they're doing an R&B block party?
Yes.
Where?
That's taking place in Norfolk on September the 3rd. That's a Saturday from 5 to 10 p.m. It's going to be on the Scope Plaza right outside of the Norfolk Scope. And it's a bunch of hometown DJs. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. But I know they're all fantastic if they're in this company. Sugar Bears is great. DJ Can Rock is amazing.
Yeah.
You guys need to make it out there. It's going to be a great night of music, food, and fun. And they definitely want to note that lawn chairs are welcome if you want to bring lawn chairs and just sit and enjoy the music.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is amazing. And now that you mentioned it, Ashley, the Labor Day weekend is around the corner. Also, the All White Yacht Party returns to the Spirit of Norfolk. This is going to be the time of boarding is going to be 11:30 p.m. The parting time is going to be at 12 p.m. They will return to the Norfolk port at 2 in the morning, and you can enjoy the DJs, the music, the best food in town, and also they will have a photographer on the yacht. Like if you love selfies and photos, you can enjoy that as well. You can buy tickets at www.promoterj.com.
And y'all-
And this is,
Well, no. I don't want to interrupt you saying that, but I was just gonna say the thing about all white parties.
Yes.
Make sure that you understand.
it's in white. You have
Yes,
to dress white.
Make sure that you don't stand next to somebody that's eating anything with sauce, type of barbecue sauce. or
Nobody
anything.
drinking a cranberry
Right,
vodka.
right. All of your food is to be eaten like.
Yes.
Just kind of back away, and you never stand up eating, so it's all
See,
white. So.
for
Very
me, I have
important
to
to say.
eat before I go
Yeah.
because I always spill my food.
Yes.
So if I show up there and I'm wearing white and I have to eat, it's going to be white with spots.
But they're going to
at
have
some
a
point.
great food also service on the yacht. But yes, very important. You have to dress white because, of course, it's a white party.
Well, dress in all white
I know,
because
yes.
that sounds completely different.
What you said versus what it sounds like.
All in white.
Yes. Now there are some cool things that are going on, but then there's also some pretty cool serious things too. Did you ladies know there's a NSU, that's Norfolk State University. There's a professor that created a survey, and I can like I'm very close to this. Is It's a survey for topics regarding barbers against domestic violence, okay? And me as a personal barber, as a professional barber, I can attest that we get so many stories, and this survey is very important. There's a QR code. Her name is Dr. Stephanie Howard, okay? And her purpose is to have more barbers become allies against abuse before it's too late. And we, as barbers, we're like therapists in those chairs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, and in the Black community,
Yeah.
the barbershop, that is the place to divulge personal information as well. So
I think for all communities, Quincy, when you go, you know, to the beauty salon, I think it happens to us
Yeah.
as well. Like we talk with our stylists about everything.
I mean, yeah, that's why I don't feel bad about paying $300 for my hair, because I feel like it's a therapy appointment and a hair appointment. I'm just kidding. It doesn't cost.
I'm about to say, what?
You
I'm in
scared
the
me.
wrong. I'm charging the wrong prices if you charging $300. But you know
we
what?
have a long
maybe,
hair, Quincy.
Maybe I should put out a sign and say that my prices change, right? And when it does come to signs, Patricia missed last week when we were
I
talking
did?
about there's a sign war that's going on here in the Hampton Roads area. You know, kicked off and you know by my man Shaggy from Z1 and Zoo.
Yes,
Check out this clip because
Okay.
y'all may have missed this clip last week.
Have you guys heard about the sign wars that are going on?
No.
Yes, our friend
Yes.
Shaggy, right?
Yes. It all started with the marquee sign of the Cinema Cafe, and slowly but surely, people and businesses all over the 757 have joined in.
We should get in on it.
We
was
are
about to
getting
say
in on
that.
it.
Yes.
Shaggy, we have a sign for you.
Oh, we do.
Oh.
Yes, we do. And here it is. Hey, Shaggy, if it's too hot for you, come visit the coolest show in town.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alright.
I even like how that looks.
Yes.
I love how that
I
looks.
know. I
And
like
think
that too.
I think we are now a part of the party.
Now, after we put that sign up and I got the clip, I put it up on Facebook and I tagged Shaggy and he responded and said, "You let me know when." So I said, "Okay, why don't you come today?" So we have him here with us, the man himself. Hey,
You know what?
Shag.
And you're fitting the theme, the
Yes.
coolest show in
Welcome to
town.
the
That's a
show.
shame.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank
No
you
problem.
for joining us. Now, can you tell our viewers how the Sign Wars got started?
Yeah. So technically, Cinema Cafe in Pembroke, the general manager over there is a friend of mine, and he's like, "Hey, when are you guys like slow, like at the skating rink?" And I'm like, "September," and he's like, "Us too." So he was like, "Why don't we?" And the skating rink in Cinema Cafe is like a block away. It's
Right.
from me to you. That's how far.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm gonna put up a sign saying like, hey, let's have a sign war. You respond, but let's clear everything to make sure we don't get anybody upset or mess up the
Yes.
business." Honest to God, we never thought that it would leave our little world. We
Yeah.
thought it was just gonna be us. We had like 2 signs that we were gonna go back and forth, and that was it. Like I had one come back, he had to
Yeah.
come back, and then that was a Thursday, like August the 9th or 10th, whatever it was. And that Saturday, I'm at Wiz Khalifa concert with my kids, and my phone starts going crazy. And I look down, and there was like 7 businesses
Yeah.
that just jumped on.
Good
And
for you.
And it turned into like the most positive thing I think I've
Yeah.
ever
That's
been involved
good.
in.
Yeah.
You know what? So when it comes to that, because you was talking about the other businesses and stuff,
Yeah.
have you gotten any businesses that may have taken it a little too far, like they're taking personal attacks?
No, I mean I think we set the tone.
Yeah.
The community set the tone with the comments and the reactions back and forth. And just this is an exclusive. Everything I've posted, everything has been cleared by the owners.
Nice.
That is amazing.
So we never told anybody that because we wanted people to feel like it was organic. But like
Yeah.
every single comeback that
makes
any of us gave to each other, we all approved of it. So we
makes sense.
know it couldn't have went that direction. So
Right.
people would write me like, "Man, Shaggy, you're a savage," and I'm thinking in my head like, "It was clear." like no one's upset. So,
Yeah.
but it's been fun, and it's been now 2.5 weeks. Over 300 businesses.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I want about to ask you.
Yes,
Like, it's
ma'am.
been like the last 2 weeks, and I think what you're doing is amazing, and everybody jumping in now right now. Which one is your favorite one? Like, the most creative one?
There's a church. Well, I have a few. So
Okay.
my elementary school put "Skate On By." We'll show you all Shaggy's old yearbook pictures.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then there's a church in Virginia Beach called Wave Church that did a digital Jesus Roller skating says Jesus wept when he saw Shaggy roller skate.
Oh,
And Wave Church is a huge church too.
It
so,
is.
yeah.
But I just wanted to, when Ashley, when y'all did the sign, I wrote Ashley, I was like, yeah, I'll come in. When was the last time we as humans woke up and got on Facebook and Instagram and it was happy? And it was
Exactly.
positive,
Yeah.
and it wasn't
That's what it's
political.
about.
It wasn't,
Right. Yeah.
nobody was mad, nobody was upset. So
Yeah.
we as a community did something that I'm so proud of.
So,
yes,
Yeah.
and keep doing it because we love what you're doing, and everybody join you with this.
Yes, ma'am.
Just not businesses, but I think everybody loves this idea.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. Good
I
job.
know. It's fantastic because you really do get on social media and it is so heavy.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's like you don't even want to get on because
Yeah.
it's just so disturbing.
Yes.
Yeah, and then too, I didn't text anybody. I didn't text any of our, because we know a lot of the same people. You can ask
Yeah.
any of them. I didn't text any businesses. It was
Right.
like, hey, jump on. I didn't text
Yeah.
the Norfolk Tides or EVMS.
Yeah.
They just organically did it, which
I love
makes
that.
it really real.
That's cool.
That is the good
Speaking
thing.
of doing fantastic things in the community, you do good things for the community year in, year out for years and years and years now. What do you have coming up next?
So I think the main focus I'm going to have now is Stuff the Bus. If you don't know what it is, I live on a school bus for 5 days. It's over 120 hours. And we raise toys for kids.
Okay.
And all
Nice.
the toys stay right here at Hampton Roads. It's the largest toy drive in the East Coast.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
everybody on the Sign Wars is out saying like, let's keep the same energy for Stuff the Bus.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna make nobody. Like, I'm not going to text him and be like, hey, where were you at when I gave you promo on my social media? Because that's not who I am.
Right.
But Stuff the Bus, it's always the Monday after Thanksgiving.
And
Awesome.
that's what makes it so cool. I mean,
Yes.
it's so great for what you're doing, and you've already given us a kickstart to start this show off.
Yeah.
with.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
It's
much,
fun.
Jackie,
It's
for
fun.
visiting
No
us
Yeah,
worries.
today.
I'm gonna go ahead on record and invite you back to promote Stuff the Bus
Great.
closer to when it happens.
Great, absolutely.
I love what you're doing,
Yes, ma'am.
and you guys are gonna love the show we have for you today. I got to visit the Edgar Casey Center and take a tour.
That's right, guys. And I sit down with the first black female NFL referee.
And
Shaka.
from the heart of Norfolk, captivating Cats Dance Studio. Visit us today in the studio. But coming up next, let's talk about how to be safe on the roads right after the break. I love this guy.
I can't believe we're finally doing this!
I'm so excited.
Woo! Hey, you gonna buckle that? No! I'm good!
How's it gonna stay on?
I'll just hold on really tight! Guys, I'm really strong! Like, really strong!
When doing a potentially dangerous activity like skydiving or driving a car, it's a really good idea to take every precaution and buckle up. Safe driving is something we can all live with.
Guys, welcome back to Living 757. Now, Patricia, it's always good to share the road with safe drivers, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, the DMV, they have a new awareness campaign that's geared to prevent fatal accidents from happening. And we'd like to welcome to tell us a little bit more about that, John Saunders, to the show. Welcome to Living 757, John.
Thank you, Quincy. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Quincy, appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Look, it's good. It's good to see that there is, more awareness about, how, dangerous driving can be when you're not paying attention and when you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. But you're the director, all right, at the DMV for highway safety, right? So
That's
with this campaign, I love to play on words. It's called Safe Driving is Something We Can All Live With. Who's your target audience here?
Well, our target audience really for these videos that we just previewed are 29 to 39-year-old males, really. Only that demographic, when we look at it, are most susceptible to have those risky behaviors that we want to really focus on. So
Okay.
we're looking at the younger demographic here. However, the message is while they're very, we think very funny
Yeah.
and humorous, they have a serious message behind them. And
Yes.
the message we want to get out to folks, is to really take those steps necessary. So in fact, number one, you're not involved in a crash, but if you are involved in a crash, you have the best opportunity to survive that crash. And that's what seatbelts are all about.
It makes sense.
Yes, and I was thinking about that you just mentioned it. Like the videos, you use some comedy to talk about very important points right here in this campaign, and you have 4 of them that support this campaign. But what are the 4 points that you want to focus on?
Well, there are 4 points. When we look at the data, speed, seatbelts, not wearing seatbelts, or what we call unrestrained, impaired driving, which is alcohol, and distracted driving. That's those issues like texting. But when we talk about distracted, there's a lot of other things other than texting as well that you can do behind the wheel that takes your attention off the focus of driving. So those are the 4 areas. So speed, seatbelts, drunk driving, and distracted. Those are the key things that we look at.
But I love, Quincy, the fact that they choose some comedy to make a call.
Yeah,
for
because
the
a lot of
people that-
times you've got to
Yeah.
use comedy, like you see it on, like insurance commercials.
Yes.
Like they do the same thing, because when you can get people engaged and watching and laughing, then they also see the message in it. But I got to ask you, John, personally, I put on my seatbelt all the time, and I have friends who don't like to wear their seatbelt, but there's situations where the vehicle's moving, whether we're just about to come to a complete stop or we're just taking off, and they haven't put on their seatbelts. So, can you talk about the importance of why we should do that while the vehicle is moving?
Well, again, it's one of the fallacies is that folks believe, number one, that we're only going a short distance, or as you say, we're getting to the end so I can take off my seatbelt. But data shows again that we have a majority or many crashes that occur within a very short distance of an individual's home or residence, or where the destination is. So wearing a seatbelt is so important, again, because again, if you're involved in a crash, to survive it, number one thing you need to do is be maintained in your seating position, and not being able to be thrown around like a projectile inside of that vehicle. And our vehicles are built to protect us. There is that around us,
Yeah.
that area around us inside the vehicle, and we have the airbags in the vehicle. All of those things together with the seatbelt, that will ensure that we have the best chance in the world of surviving that
Yes.
crash.
Makes
And
sense.
So you can do everything right and still be involved in the crash.
Yep.
So you, whenever you're behind the wheel or whenever you're in a car, you should have your
That's
seatbelt
right.
buckled.
Very important. And also, Labor Day weekend is right around the corner, and speeding is one of the things that people is in a rush to go to see their families and friends. I'm not very good with the speeding. Sometimes when the speed limit is 55, Quincy, I try to go no more than 65. I use like a 10 miles range, and I think, I'm gonna be okay. Is that right to do or not?
No.
I knew it, but I have to ask.
The speed limits are speed limits. They are set for a purpose and a reason. And we realize that sometimes the traffic route does move faster than the speed limits. But we always would recommend folks to make right choices and obey the speed limits. And things change. I mean, the weather changes, situations change, traffic changes. And if you have a static speed limit, that speed limit, even though it may say 65 miles an hour,
Yeah.
based on weather conditions or traffic, that's just not an acceptable speed.
Yeah.
So you even in those situations, you have to make good judgments and make right choices.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, we certainly appreciate you, John,
Thank
for
you so
stopping
much.
by, and thank you for sharing those tips, and kudos on this awareness campaign. We appreciate you, John.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you too, and thank you for getting our message out.
No problem. All
Okay.
right. Well, we certainly appreciate John. Now, Patricia, it's always good to, practice safety. It's very important. Similar to, the importance of knowing your mind, body, and spirit in this week's Metaphysical Minute.
Quincy, each soul have a unique purpose and reason for being on this earth, and Ashley finds hers when she visits the Edgar Cayce's ARE campus.
Hey Hampton Roads, I'm here at Edgar Cayce's ARE with Reverend Dr. Nicole Charles, and I'm so excited to learn more about what they're all about. How are you doing today?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you
Good.
for having me here today.
It's a pleasure. We welcome. That's what we're about, welcoming community.
Now, speaking of community, What exactly is the ARE and what kind of services do you offer?
The ARE stands for the Association for Research and Enlightenment. And I just want to kind of help you understand that because it sounds very vague, but the reality is that your life, we research it. If we pay attention to what's going on in our lives, it's kind of like research, and you're the best study, but you're also the best analyzer of your life.
Right.
And when you get to know that, you begin to make changes. Therefore, you move into enlightenment. But we are also this organization that upholds the Casey readings. And what we call the work is how we move through those readings or how we begin to envelop them into our own lives. Edgar Casey had over 14,000 psychic readings. He would literally find a letter and he would pick it up and he would read it. And then he would kind of lay down on a couch and go into what we know as probably like REM state. He had two very strong women with him. First was his wife, Gertrude, who would ask the questions leading into for the readings to be revealed. And then Gladys, the stenographer, who wrote from that time, pen or shorthand, whichever her muse was, she wrote it down word for word verbatim.
What would you instruct someone who has no idea who he is or what he did? Where should they start? How would they get started to learn more?
I think the first thing is if they have a chance to visit us. We do things such as community lecture series that are free for the public, community meditation series that we open up. But it's also this amazing library. It is the largest metaphysical, other than the Vatican, I believe, library in the world, and it is more than 8,000 pieces of work, volumes. It is anything related to the body, mind, spirit, paradigm, and constructs is answered in that library. And it's a vast body of knowledge. The Casey readings are also held there. You can see all of them are up there in a bound area. We have an incredible metaphysical bookstore that offers everything from books to gems to some of the Casey remedies, which is very big. And it's just a plethora, a spa service. We have education. We have the Casey Raleigh School of Massage. We also have Atlantic University, which offers graduate programs in transpersonal psychology and mindfulness. You can walk our grounds. We have a beautiful little mini meditation gardens. It's very calm, or our bamboo gardens. Walk the labyrinth. You enter in possibly with questions or challenges, and you take this intentional step to figure out what's going on and kind of seeking to find an out or to reach back into the center of your truth.
And people from all over the world come here to Virginia Beach specifically to visit the ARE.
Yes, our society values busyness. It also devalues self-care, which is very hard for most of us. Maybe coming to this campus allows you to stop for a minute and to question yourself. We don't do that. We're always trying to obtain the next best thing.
Yep.
But we never stop to say, what do I need? Not in the material sense, but in the personal sense. What do I need to just feel good? The knowledge is so vast here, it just doesn't stop. There's something here for everyone.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I really can't wait to come back.
I welcome you anytime.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much.
Thank you for having me and having the ARE.
Thank you so much to Reverend Dr. Nicole Charles for having me. It was such an enlightening visit.
Enlightening visit. So let's talk about you walking around like a
what
lost.
you were thinking
You
when
were a
you
lost
walking?
child.
You were like
What was I thinking?
getting energy.
I was
revival.
thinking about where we were going to eat lunch when we left there.
You look like you were in deep thought, but that's a pretty cool deal.
Deep thought about lunch.
Yeah, your mind, your body, and your spirit.
I
Right?
didn't know
Yeah.
that at that place is the headquarters. Like people from all around the world come and visit them. Like yes, amazing.
Absolutely. If you all get the chance, definitely go visit Edgar Casey's ARE right there at the oceanfront. And we have to take a quick timeout, but when we get back, we have a touchdown of an interview. See what I mean when we return.
Yes, that was cool because when she was like,
This segment is brought to you by Virginia 811. Remember to always contact Virginia 811 before you dig. Learn more at va811.com.
Welcome back to Living 757. Ashley, our next guest is a perfect example of what the students, leaders, motivated and eager to change the world can achieve. To learn more about Plenty Shades, let's welcome CEO Evan Mead to the show. How are you, Evan?
I'm great. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Well, thank you for being on the show with us today. Of course, you started this nonprofit organization when you were 15. You're not 15 anymore, right?
No, I'm not. I'm 18 right now.
Good, but can you tell us why you come up with this idea? Because most of the 15 years old that I know, they're playing PlayStation or playing with friends, and you come up with this great initiative.
Yeah, thank you so much. So from a young age, I've always considered myself an environmentalist and always been concerned about how our actions affect our ecology and the plant life around us. But it wasn't until Hurricane Florence forced me and my family to evacuate our home for over a week that I decided I needed to do something substantial to improve and strengthen the local ecology in my community. And that's when I decided to, create a project that could make a real difference. I went to the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy at Kempsville High School, and they were really great in asking students, what do you do with an idea? How do you solve problems in your community? And that inspired me to reach out to city council members, local arborists, and city leaders. And that made me realize that I should plant trees within my community with the original goal of planting 1,000 trees by the end of my senior year.
That is amazing, and I'm amazed by you. Wow.
What a huge goal to have by the end of your senior year. But what all have you accomplished so far? Because I think you've actually planted more than 1,000 trees. So how many have you actually planted?
Yeah, so since I just graduated, and since 2018 when we started, we have planted over 12,000 trees internationally, and we currently have 11 chapter or branch organizations throughout the U.S. and one in Israel right now. So that's what we've been able to accomplish so far in terms of tree plantings. But even more so, we want to get involved in educational seminars. Educating young people about the importance of environmentalism, recycling, being cognizant of their impacts on their communities and how to limit pollution.
That is amazing, and I'm sure that you need help. How can other kids get involved with your project?
Yeah, of course. They can check us out on Instagram. Our Instagram is planting.shade, where they can direct message us, or check us out on our website, plantingshade.org, where they can comment or contact us on our page as well. If anyone's interested, please feel free to message us. And if they want to get involved in either the Virginia Beach or other Virginia chapters, or even start their own chapter, I'd be happy to help them out and just be so excited to work with them.
That is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing because, of course, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Good luck at UVA in the fall. We're so excited for you. And thank you so much for everything you're doing and for joining us today.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys again for having me.
Thank you.
Now, from making a difference one tree at a time to making a difference one child's life at a time. Our next interview is amazing. Quincy got a chance to sit down with one of my favorite NFL referees. Ready, set, hike.
Hey guys, I am here with Maya Shaka. She is the first Black female referee in the NFL. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
What was that like for you to just go from being this PE teacher here and all of a sudden now you're repping in the NFL?
Wow, it was just a sigh of relief by me being in training for 7 years for that. And it just seemed like the opportunity was never going to come. So I got used to just always being the bridesmaid and never the bride. And then when somebody finally proposed to me, of course, I jumped at it. So
that's a new way to put it.
Yeah.
The NFL proposed to you. Now, you represent the 757 tremendously. And I mean, we're right in front of your alma mater here, Norfolk State. Behold the what?
Green and gold.
The green and gold. Now, I know that they're super proud of you, but you're bringing something back to the 757. So talk about your new foundation. foundation that's coming up?
Right, so I have a new foundation called it's MMC. It's called Make Meaningful Change. It's also a play off my own initials, but it's pretty much youth development. But we're really focusing on education, and we want to be really hands-on with our community as a whole. And the unique thing about the 757, we have all these different cities and municipalities in one, and a lot of times some kids miss out because they're just not in a certain zone or a certain district that receives specific services. And so what we want to do is we're looking to collaborate with any small business owners that would like to host any kind of workshops, to help teach our youth these skills. And we believe that that behavior will transcend into the classroom and to help them be successful that way.
You were telling me that this t-shirt was created by one of your students?
Yeah, absolutely. This was created by, he's a rising sophomore, I believe at First Colonial High School. His name is Jetson Morales. And, just by hanging out with him through the summer and, piggybacking and, giving him ideas and he's giving me ideas, he comes up with this cool design that I liked, and it was trendy, it's simplistic, but it really hits home as to what we represent. We have another young lady on board with us. Her name is Rihanna Cooper. She has her own business, Treats by Ray. I met her, teaching with Achievable Dream, and she was 14 years old when I met her at the time, and she just had this little business where she was just dipping strawberries as a hobby.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, you really could do something with this. And so I would make her make bulk orders for, the class meetings that she had there, because she's her SCA president. And that's when she started really understanding that she could make this into a business.
So how can other kids become a part of MMC?
So MMC, you can follow us on Instagram. It's Make Meaningful Change. There's dots in between each word. We're also on Facebook, mmc.org. Our website is makemeaningfulchange.org.
We normally have a little fun on the show in a game called, it's fitting of what you do, Flag on the Play. Okay, are you cool with this?
I'm absolutely cool with it.
Okay, all right. So, Maya, the first thing I have to ask, is this a flag on the play or not? If you were with your significant other and they are getting out of the shower and they put lotion on every part except for the bottoms of their feet, is that considered a flag on the play?
Absolutely not. Men got to be rough sometimes.
You know what? You were the first.
A man has to be a man. So now it's a problem if I don't put it on my feet, though.
Oh, okay. It makes sense. Now, here's another one. If someone wasn't nice to you, maybe they were a bully to you, and all of a sudden they recognize you are in this position, and the big game is coming up, and they say, hey, what's up, Maya? You remember me? You got some tickets?
I mean, I'm throwing flags, hats, beanbags, belt.
So is that a 5, 10, or 15?
It's definitely 15. We're going to tack it on.
Tack it on. I like it. I understand that you've reffed in some of the coldest places, including Green Bay. Now, they can hold over 81,000 people. Is it more intimidating to do that, or to do what you also do, which is speak around the country in front of lots of people?
It's a little different because not only when you're on the field, you have the people in the stadium, but then there's also social media, and the internet's undefeated. Nobody wants to be a meme. But at the end of the day, I think it really is more intimidating when you're going across the country and you're speaking, because you want to be able to make that connection with people. It's not just about cut and dry, me enforcing rules. When I'm speaking around the country, it's about me being able to change lives.
What is your ultimate goal for your MMC Foundation?
So the ultimate goal is, number one, we want to be able to unite our cities. And then within our organization, we really want to be that premier youth development, that one-stop shop of we do it all, for our kids.
Gotcha.
But we want to be the ones that are supporting the youth and supporting the educators so that we can build up and, just move forward.
Maya, thank you so much for doing what you're doing right here in the Hampton Roads area. We certainly appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. You're definitely one of our Hampton Roads green and golden children.
Thank you.
So cool to meet with Maya Shaka live, right? And just, not live, but just in person.
Yeah.
And big shout out to her starting her nonprofit, her new foundation. Pretty cool to actually see that. And don't forget, she actually has an event to kind of commemorate this launch. The Academic After Party is happening Friday, September the 2nd, from 7 until 10, I believe. So all you gotta do is scan that QR code right there. It's just so good to see people giving back.
That is amazing, and she can inspire so many girls to follow her steps.
And one of the things I asked her when we met her was, did you grow up loving sports?
Yeah.
And she was like, yes. She's like, I was always playing with the boys instead of girls and Barbie dolls. me too. And, you know, she gave us these boxes that they're going to be giving out at the event, and it had a candle in it. And I lit the candle last
they
night.
smell good.
Whew.
Yeah.
It changed my whole mood. I was
Yeah.
like, that smells amazing.
Yeah, so it's so cool to see that. It's so good to see local folks in the 757 coming back after they leave the area to make impactful things happen right here. And when it comes to impact, on our way back from commercial break, we got to go pay some bills, but we're going to have some cats dancing live in studio.
Meow.
Some cats. All right, stay right there. We'll be right back.
Meow, please.
Living 757. She has been involved in the arts since she was 8 years old, and now she's the CEO, founder, and director of a very distinguished dance team. Please join me in welcoming Danielle Flood and part of the Captivating Cats dance team. Hey, ladies.
How y'all doing?
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, I know a lot of people probably ask you this, but how'd you get started and where'd you come up with the name?
Well, back in 2009, I developed a cheerleading team, a youth cheerleading team for the Hampton Roads 7 Cities Pro-Am cheerleading team.
Yeah, cheerleading.
The cheerleaders aged out at 12 years old. Once they aged out, they did not want to leave me. So I said, what I'll do is I'll start a dance team. And it will be something like the Lakers, the Wizards, and what they'll do is during halftime, they could perform a dance, like the hit the floor type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just kind of bring the thunder and bring the crowd energy back up. Now, also notice that you ladies have performed at like Disney World, right? And also Paul Mitchell's Dance, World of Dance. Now, is this the Paul Mitchell that takes care of the hair care product?
Yes.
I did not know he was into the World of Dance. So how did you guys get that? Was it like an audition process or you contact them?
Well, it's definitely an audition process. But once you get that email, once you get that phone call or that email that says, congratulations, it's the excitement. It's something to behold.
I could imagine.
Being there was something to behold.
There you go. I could imagine. Yeah.
I love it. And we have a bunch of beautiful ladies here, but I'm going to speak to you. Can you tell us what your name is?
Monroe Smith.
And how old are you?
I'm 10.
How long have you been dancing?
About 4 years.
And what is your favorite part about being one of the Captivating Cats?
Learning determination and new skills.
Well, you are beautiful, and thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to watch you dance.
Thank you.
Yeah, now, Danielle, for so many of the young girls that are probably watching right now, and they may be interested in joining the team, how can they join? And, you know, what can they expect? Like, what are the benefits when they join your team?
Definitely, it's an easy process. www.safaridancestudio.com.
Right.
Just register your dancer there, and from there, it's just an easy breezy process to join the team.
Easy breezy.
Easy breezy. And the benefits, friendships. Some of these girls have been dancing together since they were 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they're now college roommates.
Look at
And
it.
they go out of town and take vacations together.
Yeah.
We travel a lot, so they get to see places outside of the 757.
Yeah, it looks like it's a family. So,
It is.
so as
It's
soon as
definitely
you
a-
join, you become a family. So
Yes.
that's pretty good. Good.
Yes.
Good.
I love that. Now, we don't just have you ladies here because you look pretty. You guys are going to perform. So could you guys get in your spaces? And while you get in place, could you tell our viewers where they can find you guys? What's your social media, your website, your phone number, all that kind of stuff?
Captivating Cats Dance on Facebook and Instagram. Also, we have YouTube. And like I said before, www.safaridancestudio.com to register.
There you go. Well, we don't want to take any more time. These ladies are in position. They are ready to go, and I understand they're about to blow our minds.
Yes.
Ladies, take it away. Here we go.
Welcome from the 757, from the state of the love, home of the room shaker, your very own, the Captivating Cats.
not so lavish. Open up your mind, unleash what's inside. Just free tonight, I can take you far. Come and see about it. Come and see about it. Come and see about it. Come and see about it.
Welcome back to Living 757, guys. We are here with another local talented artist, which you're going to be performing here live in a little bit. But we want to welcome Isabella Maria to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Yeah, so, you know, we got to talk to you for a quick second before you start strumming that guitar and doing everything. You're from the 757, right?
I am. I'm from Gloucester.
Gloucester, okay.
Yes.
But you got ties to Nashville through the, it was the Country Music Hall of Fame. You got to
Yeah.
talk about that.
So about 2 years ago, I was just going on Country Music Hall of Fame. I wanted to go to Nashville when I was younger. I was like, I want to go. And I was going through the pages, and they were like a youth program songwriting. And I was just getting a guitar, just getting to singing. So I was like, hey, Mom, like, let's do this. And we got into it, and they contacted us about February, March. They're like, hey, we're doing it again this year. We want you to come out with us. So we went out there, and they gave me a full ride. So
A full ride to
like
do
scholarship,
what?
yeah, to go write music.
To write
And yeah, for a
nice.
week. So we went down there, and I wrote music all week, and I recorded the last day.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, I met a lot of good people.
That's
She
so cool.
wrote the music all week, and then she recorded the last day.
And you're
Oh, yeah.
only 16 now. How old were you when that happened?
I was 16 when I went to Nashville the last time. I was about 13, 14 the first time.
wow.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Kudos to you.
So cool.
So if you could do any collaboration with a musician, who it will be?
it would have to be Cody Jinks. I mean, I like the outlaw country, so I mean, Hippies and Cowboys, one of his biggest songs. That's one I do to play for everybody, to open me up. If I'm playing at a bar somewhere, everybody loves it. The crowd goes crazy. But he's definitely the one person I would do it with.
That is amazing. You don't look 16. You look like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, she has so much information.
Very cool. Now, quickly, the song you're singing is called Leaving Virginia. What is that about? Where are you going?
Okay, so I wrote this in Nashville back in July. So I want to go in the military. That's my plan. So I want to go out of Virginia, go see the world, meet new people. And I pretty much wrote that song based on that. And it's just a good song. It's kind of sad. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of sad leaving,
Yeah.
but I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes leaving Virginia is where you can get your wings, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
fly back here.
Sometimes you have to do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
In
And the
order
thing
to
is,
get a
leaving it
difference.
makes you appreciate it that much more, and you can always come back home.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The level of talent that you have
Mm-hmm.
is extreme, and we wouldn't have you on the coolest show in town if you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have that
Thank you
talent.
for having
so
me.
we
Oh, yeah.
cannot
so
wait to
much.
see you. But we have got to say goodbye to you folks. This has been a great show today.
Yes, it was.
It's been such a fun show.
And before we say goodbye, please don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook under Living757.
Also, make sure you follow us on TikTok. And if you have any ideas for guests or a segment for the show, please email them to share@living757.com.
No matter how many times you have to go there and share it, we will see it, okay?
Yes.
Because we'll get multiple messages. We will see your message. So,
Do it.
yes, because she
That's
said,
right.
do it. Now, this young lady is ready to do her thing,
Yeah,
right?
she's ready to play. Now we leave you with the amazing and talented Isabella Maria. See you next week.
That old man said he just can't run. Being miles and miles away, problems just might disappear. And I want that to be true. Even if I have to leave you, I'm leaving Virginia. say my final goodbye. Head on down to where I fit in. I wish my pain wasn't the reason. I sang this song for I hit the road. Just don't feel